you've had like your own battle, or you've had your own situation where there have been like racist culture vulture allegations or whatever against you and No Jumper or whatever. So I want you to kind of speak to your side of those allegations, and then the second part is I want you to talk about some of the things that you've done, like community wise and for the culture, that would kind of offset those allegations that were made against you.
Yeah, I mean, I don't even know the racist thing.
Where did that come from?
I feel like it mostly just comes from like, oh, you're white and you interview a bunch of rappers, and sometimes you have like, you know, challenging conversations with them. I feel like that label was kind of inevitable. But, you know, I feel like I just got to go out into the world and do the best content I can, have the best conversations I can, and just try to, you know, just make the best shit that I can. And that's like the only thing that's going to put space between people saying that. I feel like every day I go into work and just try to do the best shit I can to make the culture entertained and happy, and try to dip and dive around that shit.
They try to say that he's the slave owner because he employs all black people that's in gangs, and they knowing that drama coming with just all type of BS stuff. Like, I be just laughing because he actually is genuine though, but he got accolades in the hood too though.
But I feel like you probably hear more of it than I do, because you're kind of like the stand-in for like anything I do that might be controversial. They're gonna come to him and quiz him about it before I hear about it. I'm kind of in my own world sometimes.
Yeah, for sure.
So Shitty is kind of like the fall guy.
Well, I don't want him to be.
I ain't the fall guy. It's just like I've been knowing him
not
before.
the fall guy, but he's closer to the bullshit. So they get to him first before they're able to even get to where you are, because he's around.
But anytime one of the people, even though like anytime one of his people close to him fall just for like might go back to the streets and make a mistake, he always there like the bell. You know what I mean? He play, you know what I'm saying? He'll go to the projects and all that, but you can't even expect somebody like that to keep on coming back. You got a platform where you got to understand, No Jumper on the blacklist from mainstream artists.
For real?
Not formally, but I mean, certainly you notice who you get and who you don't get.
We don't get no rollouts.
Which is good and bad, because I hate the goddamn rollout. But at the same time, it's like, I feel like we have to go off personal relationships, because we're not necessarily like, accepted by the industry as much.
So we really dealing with the underground and the up and coming, and giving them a platform where they can speak their piece, and people can know their personality, and they can still do their thing.
You try to reach out? Y'all try to reach out to niggas?
Yeah, I mean, we reach out, me, Remo, Laura, my publicist, we all reach out to people all the time and just try to line shit up. But, you know, in lieu of being able to, get the biggest name artists on the podcast, we kind of have like realized that our real strength is like the underground and the street level dudes. And that's really like kind of what we've chosen to focus on, is just doing stuff before people pop off, and just really documenting people who are like still kind of on.
That's when you're going to get the real conversation too, though.
And I feel like that endears you to people so much, because they see you as, oh, if I get a little bit more motion, that's like a real opportunity. Whereas they might look at the Breakfast Club and be like, well, I got to be fucking gigantic to get on there. So I feel like that has kind of become our lane as time went by. It really kind of started with the SoundCloud rappers, and then we like, as we expanded, just moved into like really looking at every important city in the country, and just being like, all right, let's like keep our ear to the ground in terms of finding the young talent coming out of there, or the new talent.
Yeah, for sure.
What was the biggest No Jumper moment so far? Like this conversation that you sit down, you have, and you're like, this kind of surreal. Like, I can't even believe I'm talking to whoever that may be.
Her shirt, Free Jeff. Definitely. I was in London, and I'm just kicking it with Juice WRLD, and he just walks me over to Thug's trailer, and it's just like, I see him talking to me. I see him saying something like, it's my boy Adam, you should fuck with him. And then like, he doesn't immediately come over to me or anything, but then as he's going on stage, he walks right towards me on the way to the stage, and he just goes, we're going to do a little interview. but then he goes on stage, and the whole time I'm thinking, does he mean like right now? Or is he talking like in the future?
Yeah.
So the whole time I'm watching him perform, I'm Googling and just trying to come up with questions on the spot. And then finally I just get like 25, 30 minutes. And at that time, he had not done an interview for like 5, 6 years or some shit.
Yeah.
He had totally given up on interviews. After that, he did a bunch more interviews. But that was definitely probably like the biggest artist in their prime that I ever had. And it was just so, I couldn't believe it was happening. It was just like, I cannot fucking,
Surreal.
I haven't seen this guy do an interview in so long, and he's just sitting down with me in London. Like it's nothing. That was the craziest shit. And it's like my favorite rapper. So it's
But y'all filmed it with. Y'all filmed it. You had your stuff already ready?
yeah. And I mean, even in like the 30 minutes that we had, he gave us like a bunch of quotes that went super viral. He told Lil Nas X that he shouldn't have came out as gay. And it was like, it was so obvious to me, like when he was saying it, that he was saying, I feel like maybe you shouldn't have said that because it's going to fuck your career up and the culture that we're in, et cetera, et
Hinder your
cetera.
alliances.
But I'm sitting there thinking like, bro, when the media hears that, they're going to clip that shit and they are going to lose all context of what you were trying to actually say. Yeah. But he's not playing the media game. He's just literally saying whatever he thinks at any given time.
Yeah.
And that definitely just made that even more special. That one stands out. But I mean, obviously like the XXXTentacion interview back in the day is like the other one that was just seeing an artist go from like damn near nothing to like one of the biggest artists in the world in the course of like a couple years, and then he gets killed. And my interview is like the main thing that's out there for people to understand who he was. That really like sold me on this is super fucking
purpose.
Important.
Yeah.
Like I have to really go hard with this. This is way more than I knew I was signing up for.
Right.
So you gay for real or you be trolling?
Full disclosure. Never done anything sexual with a man. Dead homies. 100% heterosexual.
So why you post that shit? What you want to do? What, like?
It was an April Fool's prank.
Man, he right.
What day it was on?
April Fool's. I wish I did it on a random day. That would have been way better.
People believe you, what they think.
For sure, like the craziest moment was Quando Rondo accepting or telling me that he respected me for living my truth and coming out and being the real me. And you could imagine he's really from the hood. That's probably not the easiest thing for him to say. And I had to tell him like, bro, I was just fucking around. That was a joke. And he's like, oh. And he looked bummed. Like
that shit was everywhere.
Yeah, that was.
My daughter texted me like, "What's up with Uncle Adam? What's up with your man?"
And you left it on your
How old
page
is your daughter?
too. Shit crazy.
No, I'm saying how
You
is she?
left it on the page.
Wait, she's 16?
Yeah, I think it's still up. Yeah.
Man, your ass crazy. That's total freedom, bro.
Yeah.
To play like that, that's total freedom. You don't give a damn. What?
That's crazy, bro.
I could make it worse. I could dress up like a woman.
Damn.
Don't do it, bro.
If I do a real trans day,